You are now tuning in live to Bitch Guess What?
Bitch guess what? Bitch guess what? Bitch guess what? What? How do these bitches be guessing? Bitch guess what? What? Bitch guess what? What? Bitch guess what? How do these bitches be guessing? All of my bitches be guessing. Who they be guessing? Half of them stressing. Y'all need a lesson. Hold up in line, one at a time. Baby, I get to your question. This ain't operation, educate the population. Bringing all my pictures to the forefront of the conversation. What? Bitch guess what? Bitch guess what? How do these bitches be guessing? Bitch guess what? Bitch guess what? Bitch guess what? How do these bitches be guessing?
Hey, what is up, everybody? How are you guys today? It has been 3 weeks since we have blessed you guys with our presence. We're happy to be back for another episode of Bitch Guess What? Episode
Yes.
28. Can you believe it?
Yes,
Do
I
you think we're going to have
know.
another one before the year ends? Probably one more, huh?
Probably one more. I think it'll be probably right around Christmas time. We'll try to squeeze one in
Yeah.
that week. But yeah, thank you guys for joining and tuning in to episode 28. Whether you're listening or watching and joining the conversation, we appreciate your presence always.
We do.
And side note, sorry, I'm so dark. I have a different setup and I don't have it to where I
And
can
she's
set up my
dark.
ring light. So, and I'm dark, but I can't set up my ring light. So I'll have to figure that out before the next episode.
Yeah. Also, thank you to our loyal listeners who are always here waiting for us to start the podcast, and you guys are always here before us.
I know. You're not on Mexican time like
we
us.
appreciate your guys' support, and thank you to everybody who is subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure that you do so. It is a free 99, baby. We love free shit.
Yes.
We love free shit. We love support, right? For the sake of supporting people. Like,
Absolutely.
we're not celebrities. Help us get up there. You know what I mean?
Help some sisters and our brother
Sharing is
out.
caring. Sharing is caring. And also, don't forget to hit like. If you're here and you haven't hit liked, make sure you do that. It just takes a little tippy tap. And if you don't ever want to miss an episode, because sometimes we are spontaneous and we just decide to podcast on the fly.
Yes.
If you don't want to miss an episode, make sure you turn on your notifications, right?
Yes.
That
and you can
is
also
also free.
yes, and you can also follow us on IG, and we always post there before we have episodes. So if
Yes.
you need a little bit of a head time, notice in advance. That's what I meant to say.
We
You'll get it on
advertise
the
it
IG.
there. You will
Yes.
get it on Instagram. Make sure if you're listening through Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts or any other listening platform, that you subscribe there. I have to step away for 2 seconds because my son has opened the bathroom door and he is shouting because he forgot to take his towel in the bathroom.
Oh
I
my
will
god.
be back. Sonia, hold down the fucking fort.
I'll hold it down. I got
This
it.
is ridiculous.
Welcome to Bitch Guess
Oh,
What?
fucking morning. I
And
swear to God.
bitch, guess what? So Lucho shall be joining us. He is just a little late. He is on the most Mexican time ever, more than we are. So he will be coming in shortly. But yeah, I hope you guys all had a nice Thanksgiving. I had a great Thanksgiving. She's back. I hosted Thanksgiving this year, so I had everyone at my house, and it was a lot of people. It was 14 people in my tiny apartment, and it
Bless
was
your heart.
just a lot. Luckily, this year we did it potluck style, so everyone brought something instead of me just cooking everything. So that was a lot better. But like I said, it was pretty tight in my little apartment. So but we made
You made
do.
it work. You
Yes.
made it work. And we're all going to be squeezing up pretty tight in Grandma's little house.
I know, for Christmas. Oh my God, so many Mexicans. in
How
this
do you,
one.
okay. How do you feel about this Christmas and how they're trying to bring the whole fam bam all together at one time when like half the people don't even like each other?
Yeah, I get it because it's like Grandma's 80th birthday. I get that part.
Yes.
But at the same time, our family is so diverse in views and things like that. And so a lot of people don't even talk to each other. And I think it's just really awkward. So hopefully all the good seeds, all our people will be there. Yeah. But I can only hope.
Honestly, I think all of us like cousins are
Yeah.
pretty okay.
We get
It's our
along.
fucking moms.
It's the moms. Yeah.
It's the moms.
The
Like
cousins don't have conflicts. It's the
we
moms.
don't have conflicts with each other. It's all of our moms,
Yes.
like who have always been competing with each other in some way, shape, or
Mhm.
form. And they're all ignorant and uneducated. And so whatever channel they choose to watch, that's the shit that they go and like regurgitate
Yeah.
at each other.
Yes.
And I cannot.
It's a
I
lot,
can't.
guys.
I
It's
don't
a
even
lot.
know. I'm gonna I can't help myself.
Yeah.
Like I try really, really hard, but I just can't keep my fucking mouth shut if there's like some fuck shit happening or being
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
You know I can't. You're gonna have to help me because
I know. We need a code word.
I need a safe word. I need a safe word that I can say to you to remove me.
Just
Or
say woosah.
change the subject.
Be like woosah. Woosah.
No, that's too obvious.
Everyone knows that word.
Everybody knows that. Like, if you guys have a good code word for me to use in setting to have Sonia know that I'm about to pop off the mouth, like drop a word that you think should be my safe word for our family's Christmas coming up. Yeah, I don't know. So these women have always competed with each other for something that should have just been given to them. It's not fair. It's
Yeah.
just basic love from their mom,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And then they've competed for it to be divvied up to their children.
Yes. Yes.
And you know, and
Yeah.
so and I wasn't my grandma clearly favored me.
Yeah.
And that's not my fault.
No, no one blames
However,
you.
well, my aunts do.
That's
They,
their
like,
problem. Once again,
you
it's
know
the
what I
moms
mean?
that have
It's
a
the
problem with
moms.
everything.
And like I know my cousins aren't like mad at me for it because that isn't my fault, right?
Yeah.
But like it still sucks.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, growing up, like we never heard like I love you from my grandma. She wasn't like warm. She definitely favored Stella over everybody, and there's a lot of us, so she was always the favored one. And I mean, you know, as kids you feel it, but whatever, we're all past that. Not yet, but I'm getting there. Just kidding. Family childhood
showing up in
trauma.
the form of failed relationships.
Yes, but you know what? Luckily I was actually raised in a house with my other grandma, my dad's mom, and she was just the most warm, kind, loving grandmother. So I definitely got that from her, and I am so appreciative of her 'cause she's like another mom to me. I just love and adore her.
And
so
she's like that with everybody.
Yes,
Like,
everyone.
She's
She's
even
so
like that
welcoming.
with me. Like I couldn't call her grandma. Like I do,
Mhm.
you know.
Everyone that meets her, like that's grandma. She won't let you call her anything else. Like that's grandma.
Riri.
Yes. Hussam, he said, I'm 5 of 6 siblings. Nobody talks to each other. Ouch.
Damn.
So you get it.
That's Keith. Keith said that.
The word should be, bitch, guess what? You're about to get fucked up. You're about to fuck up.
Fucking Hussam. We love that you show up to watch our show from all the way from fucking Dubai, Hussam. Like that
Yes.
is so dope that you tune in. And I don't even know what time it is over there, but
I know.
we appreciate your support from
Yes. Dubai.
across the pond
Yes.
and across the desert or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Oh, that was Keith that said that. I don't know why I thought that was Hussam.
I know.
I'm
That's why
sorry,
I told
Keith.
you it was Keith.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized that. I'm sorry, Keith. I got yours and his pictures mixed up.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's another one. Keith joins us from Maine?
Connecticut.
Connecticut. I'm like, where is it? The
Keith
East Coast.
joins us from the East Coast.
Yes.
So it's never a convenient time for him because he
I
wakes up
know.
super early for work, but he always shows up.
He's always on here. He's the
He
first one
is-
here every time.
Okay,
We love you,
nobody
Keith.
rides harder for us than Keith, though.
Facts.
Keith
All
uses
facts.
his account to rep our shit, to like advertise our shit. He like makes reels for us and puts that out there. And like the fact that you do this for complete strangers, right? Like
Mhm.
more than like there's nobody
No one else
And
does
your
that.
friends or our friend or my friends or anything
Yeah.
that has ever been like, hey, yo, check out bitch, guess what? Like, blah, 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 my girl, whatever. Like, nobody we know has done that.
Yeah. Actually, my friend Victoria has done it a couple times. I will give her that.
Okay,
But
that's
no one
cool.
else. No one
Right.
else.
But nobody else.
No.
And this is something that happened when we started Cyber Chronicles, right? Like, the way that people look at you when you start something, right?
Mhm.
Like, and then once it got to a certain following, then all of a sudden people were like, hey, right? Like they wanted to come up and act like they've been there the whole time supporting
Mhm.
when they haven't.
Mhm.
And I don't know about you, and I'm not trying to be petty or anything, but I remember that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Of course I remember. Do
what
you know
you're
who I
not
am?
gonna do is come up to me like when I'm getting closer to, like, you know, climbing
Mhm.
whatever this mountain is, however fucking high, and all of a sudden now you want to be all buddy with me, or now
Right.
you're super supportive. But like when I had 10 followers and like 3 views, where were you?
Yeah.
You weren't one of those people. You didn't believe in it. Like,
Yeah,
you
for
thought
sure.
I was just like, you know, everybody has a podcast. And just because so many people have podcasts doesn't mean you can't go and start your podcast if that's
Yeah.
what you want to do. Everybody should. Like, we all
Yeah.
have stories. We all have things we can say that might help or touch somebody. And if you do touch one person or maybe 2 people, like, it's worth it.
Mhm.
Right?
Of course.
Like, and who the fuck is anybody to tell anybody that they shouldn't try to do something?
Right.
Right? Like, that's the wackest shit of life. Like, I can't stand people who are just so unsupportive. Significant others, right? Like,
Mhm.
it's wild to me when people don't support their people that they supposedly care about. Like,
Right.
it really, and you don't look stupid for doing it. Like, I don't know where the barrier is, because like, I've always been somebody who, if my friend's promoting something and they want somebody, like, I'll help promote it. Like, I've promoted so many
You
people's
do.
shit,
You do promote a
but
lot of
I
stuff.
stopped. I don't do it a lot anymore because people, and I don't do it to receive the same energy.
Uh-huh.
But like after a while, like if you can't even reciprocate that, like, I'm good. This is a one-sided relationship. Like, I'm not going to give
Right.
you, I'm not going to advertise your shit and get you clients if you can't like see that it would be cool if you did that to me too. Like, it's selfish. Like,
Mhm.
it's the selfish piece. It's principle that I don't fuck with,
Yeah, for sure.
you know? So, yeah, that's just where I'm at with people and that. But the other piece of me is like, if it's not something that you actually listen to or are a fan of, I get it. Right? But at
Mhm.
least subscribe. Fuck, you don't even have to watch it every week.
I
Like,
know.
you don't even have to watch it for 15 minutes. Just hit subscribe. That shit is free.
Yes. Yes.
Like, what? It blows my mind.
I
Blows
know.
my mind.
And then when they do something they expect you to do, it's like,
Yeah, they're like,
you
hey,
know,
can you,
yeah, I'm
you
like,
know? And I buy products or services from people. Like, I do that.
yeah.
When I was selling merch, I did have some friends, like some solid people came through and fucking purchased, or I sent them something, or
Yeah.
if you were a guest on a podcast, I sent you a fucking t-shirt. Like,
I got a shirt.
I did do that. Yeah. So, and I have friends who still wear it and tag it. So
That's dope.
we need bitch guess what sweatshirts.
We do. Would you guys buy them? Anyone? Or we can send them. We can send them to like their followers that are always here. Like Keith.
Yeah, Keith is getting a motherfucking
like
sweatshirt.
you two for sure, because you guys are consistent as hell, and we love you
Yeah.
guys so much.
Yes, very, very, very much. Truly appreciate you. Appreciate you. So there's something that I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
You specifically,
Okay.
because you're a female,
Okay.
and you can tell me whether or not this is just me.
It's pressure.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's not pressure. It's not pressure. It's fine.
I know.
You
I'm
don't
just
have
kidding.
to agree with me, right?
Okay, I know. Just ask.
But I
I'm ready.
think that if you understand what I'm trying to say, you will agree with me.
Okay.
Okay. So, say a guy that you like or are into and spend time with or whatever, right?
Mhm.
Is funny, like silly though, like fucks around or whatever.
Goofy. Mhm.
Yeah, and you know how like when people are funny or do goofy shit or whatever and it like actually makes you laugh, you're like you're so dumb or you're so stupid, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Or you're so silly, right?
Yeah.
Well, somebody was trying to correct me and say they're funny. Like, no, I'm not silly. I'm funny. And I said, I'll tell you why I don't tell you you're funny.
Mhm.
Because if a guy is trying or whatever and saying something that I don't actually think is funny
Mhm.
and I wish he would stop or I'm not into it, I'll be like, you're funny.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
But you're not actually funny. I just want you to
Yes.
stop or I'm not into it or you're not funny.
Yes,
Right?
I do
But
that
if
too.
you're actually funny and I'm into it and I don't want you to stop, I'll say you're stupid or
so
you're dumb or you're
stupid.
so silly.
You're
And it's like
dumb.
accompanied by, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
and you want them to keep going.
Yes.
And like, I know language wise, this is very counterintuitive,
Yeah.
but like, it's the way that it is.
Yeah.
And I'm not tripping, right? Like, this is like, I know I'm not the only chick who's like, if I say you're funny, you're not
funny.
fucking funny.
Yeah. I'm the same way. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. To the
Good.
T. I use the same verbiage and everything. Like, you're so dumb. You're so stupid. Haha. And then it's like,
Yeah.
you're funny.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
for
that we
sure.
should also like, I'll take a clip of this specific conversation.
Okay.
We'll post it in a reel and we'll attach a poll to it
Yes.
for women to respond to.
Yeah. I would love that.
To see if this is just us because we're related and we are similar. We have similar mannerisms and things
Yeah.
like that. But like, I honestly think that this is pretty universal
Yeah. I think so too.
or maybe regional. I don't know. Maybe it's a
Maybe.
regional thing. Maybe it's a
Mm.
Southern California thing
yeah.
or I don't know. But I'm curious. That's like the little researcher brain in me that wants to know. And I thought I'd bring that to the table. Hassam says, let me pull up his comment. Says, just make sure that he gets the memo because whoever pointed it out might have noticed something that you haven't. No, so here's the thing. Like, I think that when you don't know each other well, right?
Mhm.
You don't know how to interpret like the way that people react and their language that they use, right? Like you're still
Mhm.
trying to like learn each other. And then there are people who, when you say something like that, they're like, "Oh, you're so dumb," or "You're stupid," or "You're
Yeah.
silly." If they have a past, a negative experience in the past with like maybe verbal abuse or something
Mhm.
like that, then that might trigger them, and that's
Yeah.
a huge possibility. But I think the difference is like when you're saying it to them and in that context and with your body language and your tone of voice and your, you know, the way that your facial expressions are, I think that it would be, you almost have to be looking to get your feelings hurt or to be
Right.
offended by hearing the chick that you're like fucking with tell you you're silly or you're stupid or you're dumb
Yeah.
in that context, right?
Yes,
in
of
in that
course.
in those moments when you are both being playful and laughing.
And you're like cracking
Like-
up and you're like, ha ha ha, you're so stupid. Ha ha. Ha.
Yeah,
like obviously it's not like
exactly.
you're fucking stupid. Like there's a difference.
So
Yeah.
different, right? And so like I know people out there who like everything that's said to anybody anywhere, they want to take it straight up their ass.
Oh, for sure.
You know, and if you're one of those people, chances are it's only going to take one of those experiences for me to learn that, and then I'm never going to play around with you again.
Right.
Like,
I just won't.
well, I
fuck with you
probably
anymore.
won't even really talk to you because if you
Right.
don't have like a similar sense of humor, if you want to be offended by every little thing I say, that is
Mhm.
your choice, but we are not in alignment. You need to
Yeah.
fall off to the side, my friend. Like,
I
this isn't
agree.
gonna work.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's it. That's just it. I'm not gonna tiptoe and walk on eggshells when there's probably somebody out there that has a similar sense of humor that I
Yeah.
won't offend by being myself,
Yeah, for
who
sure.
understands me or wants to understand me or doesn't want to be offended by everything that comes out of somebody's mouth.
Yeah. And
You
it's
know?
like no one needs to change themselves that much for somebody. Like, it's all right. There's someone else out there for you. You don't need to like change because this person wants to be offended by everything. Like, if that's the case, and that's just not the person for you, and it's okay. You can move on and you'll find someone who
Yeah.
understands you and your sense of humor.
Right. Totally.
Yeah.
Agree. 100%.
Whew, man.
Glad we got that clear.
Me too. You know what? I've been so picky lately that I just like am completely off of the dating scene. Like
That's it.
I'm trying not to be picky, but I just like I literally cannot find
You should be
anybody.
picky.
I know. I deserve it.
You should be
But
picky, but you're also not the most patient person in the world.
oh, I have no patience.
Zero
I
patience.
have no patience.
None.
And then you know me, like I'm very quick to cut it off. So it's like as soon
Yeah.
as I see like one little like glimpse of even like the tip of a red flag, I'm like, nope. Bye.
And it could have been orange, but
It
you're
could
over
have been
here
orange.
like, nope.
Could have been a little yellow. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I
Ugh.
think that really is like you're still at a point where maybe you don't trust yourself fully yet.
I don't think it's that. I just am not ready. I just know I'm not
Well, that's
ready.
what I mean. You're not ready. So
Yeah.
like and so like you're not if you're not ready, then the chances that you'll pick something that's not for you are higher, right? Like
I also feel like I haven't like okay, maybe that's a lie. I feel like there was one person that I like really was into and probably could have like gone with like the longevity, you know, like I probably like it probably could have worked out if we were both like the stars were aligned.
Mhm.
But other than that, like other people, everything has just been so shallow. Like the connections that you find these days, like since this dating pool is such trash, it's all like shallow connections or people that just want to
Mhm.
hook up or people want to waste your
Mhm.
time and or like they butter you up at first and you're like, wow, this is amazing. It's going great. And then all of a sudden they show their ass and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
so that was a front. Like, and that's just
Girl,
what I've
I
run
know.
into over and over and over. And I've just come to a point where I'm done wasting my time. I wasted enough and I just have zero tolerance for bullshit and I just like won't do it again. So as soon as I see something, it could be a small thing, but as soon as I see it that I
Girl.
don't like, yeah, beep, dip,
Yeah.
dip, like I'm out. And it's just I just don't have tolerance or patience for anything.
Well, that's not a bad thing. Like
Yeah.
obviously, like if you feel that way, then you shouldn't continue to pursue something with something that's making you question things. Like
Yes.
obviously that person's not your person. Like you're
Yeah.
not going to feel that way about the person that is for you.
Yes. I feel
Right?
like if anything, I like trust myself more because I've learned so much about myself and like things that
Well,
I
that's a
just
good
will
thing.
not accept anymore. So like I have my boundaries and I know them and I'm not going to cross them or let anyone else cross them like ever again. So
Yeah. Well, that's good. You
keep on
should
trucking on.
everybody who's in the dating scene should go into it knowing what their non-negotiables are.
Yeah.
And having boundaries for themselves and being firm on them, right?
Mhm.
Like
Right.
because the second you let up on one thing to let one thing pass, it's a slippery slope.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden you don't recognize yourself anymore
Yeah.
because you're not staying true to yourself. You're just trying to
Mhm.
people please.
Yes,
And that's
exactly.
just not sustainable.
It's like a kid. They try to like test you and see how far they can get and see how far how much
Mhm.
they can push you. And it's like if you keep letting them inch away from like your boundary, it's
Gonna
gonna
take a whole
eventually
ass
be
mile.
so far over the
Mhm.
fucking line that there's no coming back. So
Hassam says he always opens up too quickly and fucks shit up for himself. I don't think that there's such thing.
Sorry.
Hassam, I'm going to keep it 1000 with you. I don't think that there's such thing as opening up too quickly.
Yeah, I don't think
I just
so.
think you're opening up to the wrong people.
The wrong girls.
Because
Yeah.
I don't think the right people are going to receive that and then and
Run
shun
away.
you or make you feel a certain way about it. Like the right person is gonna sit there with you and listen and not make you feel stupid or silly or like you opened up too quickly or make you regret being yourself and being transparent.
Right.
I think a lot of people are afraid to be, they don't even know who they are, first of all,
Mhm.
right? They're just out here bouncing from person to person,
Mhm.
not actually taking the time to sit with themselves. So they're not actually happy. No matter what fucking front they put on for the world, like they're not happy. They don't know who they are. And
Yeah.
that's why they keep finding themselves looking for it in other places because they don't love themselves.
Right.
They're
I
looking for
agree.
something that they should be looking for within first,
Absolutely.
Um,
I agree. Hello, Timothy. Thank you for joining. I was reading what Hassan wrote. He said, "Both of you sound like such Cali girls when you do the imitation of your giggly selves." We're like, ha ha ha! You're so
Yeah.
stupid.
You're so stupid. Yeah. Uh, we could get really obnoxious with this,
Oh, yeah.
so I'm gonna stop.
We're
Like,
gonna stop right
literally,
here.
our cousins or brothers or whatever hate us when we do this. So, Hassam, don't get us started.
Especially when we're drinking, we're like so obnoxious, but we think we're hilarious. Actually, we know we're hilarious.
We're
so.
fucking funny. Hi, Ricardo. Yeah, this is a gallon. I
Holy
just got it
shit.
recently.
Oh, that's like my water bottle.
It's
But
huge.
not as big. Mine is little.
It's a hydro flask. It's a gallon.
Nice.
My goal is to drink an entire one every single day. I've only done it a few times since I got it, and I've been hitting the gym really hard.
Good for you.
My trainer's getting me right.
Ooh, a trainer.
Get it right. Get it right. Get it tight. Get
Who's
it
this
right.
trainer?
Get it right. Get it tight. None of yo motherfucking business.
You told me already. I was just trying to see if you'd tell them.
No, I'm not gonna tell anybody anything. Last
Good
time I
girl.
told y'all some shit, everybody was constantly all up in my business. It put a lot of pressure on that person, and that person crumbled under the pressure. So I don't know what
quick.
to say.
Real
Fast
quick.
with the quickness. With the motherfucking
But he was quick
quickness.
to pick it back up. I'll just say
he
that.
was. Yeah, he was.
Anyways.
Yeah. Found it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Timothy, I'm a loyal follower of Stella. Awesome. Hopefully you'll be a loyal follower of Bitch Guess What as well.
I work at Kara's Breakfast. I used to work at Boston Pitch. Oh, okay, that's cool. Good job, Timothy.
Nice.
Ricardo, I am not losing it ever.
Never ever.
He thinks I'm losing my butt. I don't think I'm losing my butt.
You losing it?
I don't think so.
That's funny.
I don't think I am. But yeah, that would be really sad if I did. I wouldn't be Ask Stella anymore.
There's worse things in the world.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have
To lose.
everything. Right.
So
what does Hassam have to say here? That's a huge bottle. The only time I drank that much water was when I was trying to beat a drug test. I did it within a week, was drinking 2 gallons a day. Jesus Christ.
Look. You didn't drown?
Yeah, isn't that like waterboarding yourself?
Yeah.
That does not sound like a fun time. I'm concerned about Lucho, but I will reach out to him.
I was gonna say,
after.
this is kind of not like I'm gonna take
This is
long.
too late. Yeah.
So
I thought, within 5-10 minutes he'd be here, but
yeah, me too. But
everybody make sure say prayers. We don't know what's going on with him. Did you add notes to this, or was that Lucho, or was that both of you guys? Lucho did?
Yeah, I haven't added anything.
Yeah, bitch. No.
I'm very busy. So if there's any gamers out there, I recently just got a gaming PC. I did the ones where you build them yourself. You buy all the parts and you do like a builder. And so my friend came over, built it up. So it's all set up here. That's why I can't hook up my light, because I'm using my extension cord that I usually use back there. And so now I have to get a new extension cord for back there. Anyways,
Let me find out you're a little gamer bitch
I'm a
now.
little gamer now, so I just joined their new game, which I'm having so much fun with. And
What game?
It's called New World.
New World?
It's an MMORPG. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I actually have Justin and Flip on my Discord. So if anyone has Discord out there, you can join me, be my friend. Yeah,
Cute.
it's fun.
That's adorable.
Yeah, it's a good time. We play every night. For a
So
few
you play
hours.
with my brother and Philip too?
I don't play with them. We just are like friends on
Friends
Discord.
on
It's like the
Discord, okay.
gaming thing.
Because
Yeah.
they game. They like do the same games together.
Yeah, they play the same games. I don't play the
Still.
games that they're playing. And I'm like just dipping my toe. Like I've never played games on a PC. I've always been horrible at games, especially like on
Yeah.
console. I can
Mhm.
never move the little switchy sticks. Like I end up like looking at walls and up the sky and
Mhm.
shit. So on a PC, it's like much easier. But yeah, so
It's so
actually
hard.
fun. It's
Like
hard.
growing up playing video games like on like PlayStation, right? We always had
Mhm.
PlayStation. My mom worked for Sony,
Mhm.
so we got PlayStations before they came out. Like, you know, we were spoiled kids.
Yes.
For a period in time,
Yeah.
we had everything.
Yeah.
Right.
All the Nintendo.
It
like,
wasn't
everything.
a long
Yeah.
period, but it was a solid
But it was
little
good.
period, you
Yeah.
know? And we grew up playing PlayStation, right?
Mhm,
And I
mhm.
tried to play PlayStation with my kids, and
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but it's as if I've never used a goddamn controller in my entire
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Like I tried playing Call of Duty.
Yes.
The R2s and L2s and ones, and one of them is to aim and one of them is to shoot. But I was like
Yes.
like dyslexic
Yeah.
or something, and it was fucking Mission Impossible for me.
Yeah. Same. My ex used to try and get me to play Xbox with him, and I would try to play like COD and like MW2 and shit, and I'm just like shooting at walls, and I'm like looking at everything. I'm like, I can't move. Like I'm not playing this. I can't move. Like
I
this is so
hate
annoying.
the first person view though,
Yeah.
because like growing up, video games was like
You
the third
watch.
person view.
Mhm.
You see it, you could see behind them. I hate being in the game knowing
Yeah.
I can't see behind me.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's weird to me. It's a
Yeah.
trip.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for your new little endeavor,
Thanks.
your little gaming.
I
Are you gonna have like a Twitch channel?
I don't think so. I mean, I guess it depends on if I like get really good, but I'm just starting out and I'm not that great.
Because I think
yeah.
Sorry, really quick and you could go, but like I think it's really like a lot. That world is saturated with men. I know there's a
Mhm.
lot of chicks who do it too,
Mhm.
but I just feel like we're like women aren't as popular. Like, or I think when they do, and if they're good,
They blow
then they
up.
like really blow up, right?
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
it could be you, bitch. I'm just
It could be
saying.
me. Let me get my practice in. We'll see. But yeah, it takes a lot of practice, and like it's really weird like working with a mouse and then like the front, back, and then
the keys,
sides
yeah.
on the keys, and it's WASD, and that's how you
Mhm.
move. And so it's just a little difficult to like get used to, but I'm doing pretty good for like being a first timer. So yeah, we'll see.
Soon it'll be like riding a bike, muscle memory. Your hands will move before your brain tell them to, type
Yeah.
shit. Like for reals, that's gonna be where you're at soon.
Yeah.
So
I'll get there.
once you get there, honey,
I'll be
straight
a gamer
to the
girl.
top
yet.
you go.
Yes, I'll start
Say
having like
hello
a camera.
to Sniper Wolf for me.
I'll have a camera and everything. Be like, make me a sandwich, bitch.
You're gonna be all talking shit to like 10-year-olds.
I know. Your mama.
I still do that. I still use that one.
Which one?
Ya mama.
Your mama. Yeah.
When people tell me something, I'm like, your mom.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you can't be talking about the mom like that. I'm like, I'm not actually talking about your mom. Jesus Christ.
I know. Like I don't even know her.
If I was actually talking about your mom, I'd say something. I wouldn't
You
say
would know.
your mom.
Yeah.
You know
Your
what I
mom.
mean? Yeah.
Like
I don't
you
know.
have something in your teeth. Your mom. Like obviously I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Right.
It's not a diss.
That's funny. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of concerned.
Me too. I reached out to the group.
I texted him personally, like on his cell phone.
Luchito, if you are listening, We
We
just want to
love
make sure
you,
you're
mijo.
okay. And we love
Give us
you.
a sign of life. Por
Please.
favor, talk to us.
You disappeared from the chat.
You disappeared. We haven't heard from you. Last time this happened, something happened. We are very concerned.
Yes.
Okay?
Mijo.
We are very concerned. Please call us.
Yes.
Don't be scared.
So are you guys all ready for Christmas here in the chat? Because I haven't bought one thing.
Not one thing.
So I am late. And last year I was so good. I started in like August and I was like buying stuff. I had everything ready. This year, like nothing. I am not prepared at all.
So Aunt Rose did everybody's getting somebody to get a gift for thing.
Yeah, we opted out of that.
Oh. Okay. Just kidding.
Yeah. We were like, yeah, we don't want to do that.
Okay. Well, then I don't know what the fuck anybody's doing. Because if y'all opted out of it and everybody else is going to be like, well, I'm not going to do it then either.
No, you guys can do it. We just were like, we don't want it to be about gifts. Like they're making it about gifts. And I'm like, I'm 32 years old. I don't need anyone to buy me anything. So I don't care. It's about being with the family and just enjoying each other's company, having the cousins there, whatever. And like, that's all I care about. And we
the only people I buy
eat.
gifts for are the kids.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying.
So.
Like, if you're going to buy anyone anything, buy stuff for the kids. Like, we don't need anything. And we don't want to make it about, oh, everyone has to have a gift and everyone has to have a secret Santa and like, no, it doesn't fucking matter.
I don't want to stay there longer than I want to be just because we have to watch people open gifts.
Open everything. I know. No, so we're not doing that this year. Actually, within my immediate family, like me and my brothers and my mom and sister-in-laws, we're doing like a secret Santa within us. So we all got one adult and one kid. So we're all good with that. That's like all the presents I'm buying this year. Yeah. And like me and my best friend, we're like, are we doing presents? And I'm like, let's just go to dinner. Like, I don't want I'm so late on gifts anyways. I'm like, I don't
even want to get my kids anything.
Like, no, I'm not doing this year. I'm sorry. It's just not happening.
I'm just not in the fucking holiday spirit, like at all. Like usually I decorate my house on Black Friday. Didn't do that this year.
Oh.
Usually at this time I will have already purchased things.
Yeah.
And be wrapping stuff and putting stuff under the tree. Haven't done that yet. I don't feel like buying anything. I don't feel like decorating my house. I'm going to because I have kids and I want to be fair to them, right?
Yeah.
I don't want them to have like a negative, like I want them to choose how they feel about Christmas and not just have this negative thing because of me.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm just like not into it. The other piece of me is like, why do we feel the pressure to go into debt to get people shit that they're not gonna super like they'll get over it soon. It's even like as an adult, like you get me a sweater, I'm gonna wear it a couple of times, but that's probably it, right? Or you get me something I need, I'll use it till I can't use it anymore, and then it's just
I know.
I do the part about the holidays that I miss is being together and laughing.
That's what we said. We were all here for Thanksgiving. We were talking about it because my mom brought it up to me about what Aunt Rose wanted to do. And we were like, we don't want to do that. Like, we don't care about gifts. Like, why are they making it about presents? Like, we don't care about that. We just want to be together as a family, like eat some good dinner, eat some tamales, whatever, and just like enjoy each other's company. Like, we're all adults. No one is like needing anything. We all buy what we want for ourselves, and it's just unnecessary to have
like
that kind
I
of
don't
pressure.
know that I would say that she's making it about gifts. I think that part of her, like, she's there at grandma's house and like it's like she's trying to organize the thing, right? Like she's trying to like it's a project for her, right? And she wants to try to create something.
Yeah, that could be it too.
And I get it, but
it's just unnecessary.
I also don't like the pressure to spend money. Like, what if someone in our family or someone doesn't have the money to do that? Then Then what? Then it puts pressure where it was unnecessary to put pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
So We'll see.
So that's good to know that you aren't participating. I
Yes,
mean,
we're
I
not.
always get you a gift. Like you
Yeah.
and I always get each
We
other
do.
gifts. You were the person I pulled.
Yeah, I guess
You were my name.
I was gonna have yours too.
Are you serious?
Because my mom told me, she's like, well, you were gonna have Stella, Stella's gonna have you. And like Philip got Jake, and then like other people, like I forgot Jose, but Jose got Tara's husband and he's never even met him. And I'm like, well, that's dumb. Like you should have switched it.
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah.
make Jake have him. Like that's his
She
brother-in-law.
added Matt's name too. I was like, ew. Nope.
No comment.
Big no for me. But yeah. Oh,
Anyways,
it'll
but
be
yeah, so
interesting.
it
We'll
will.
have stories to share with you guys.
Yeah. Let you
And
guys know.
share we will. We will put all our shit up.
Yeah, we air all
I
our dirty
mean-
laundry out. This is also therapy for us, guys.
This
So
is
you're joining our therapy session.
Yes.
You're helping us
yes.
heal through our childhood traumas.
We've come a long way.
A bitch has
And-
come a long way.
We're laughing. By episode 29, we'll be, a quarter of the way there.
Yes, we're almost there, y'all.
Speaking of these kinds of things, I was thinking about this and like on the topic of sharing, right? And what people should share and what people shouldn't share, because you know how I've always said that I am a firm believer that when people share what they go through, you could potentially help somebody. Like there's a lot of power in it. There's a lot of in the fact that it helps people relate to each other, maybe feel like they're not alone if they're going through something similar, but they can't verbalize it, they can't discuss it, they can't express it for whatever reasons, right, that they have. And you're sharing these things, maybe hoping somebody could learn from maybe obstacles that you faced when doing something or trying something or trailblazing something, experiencing something. And it made me think, because there's a lot of people on social media who, when you look at their Instagram, right, or whatever platform they use, you're like, damn, like and I know this as somebody who's like capable of critical thought, that everything's not as it seems, right? But they share all the highlights, right? Like people share the highlights. And I think that a lot of people don't share the negative shit. There's people who do, right? But mostly people don't, right? And I know that when people do share their trials, they're often judged by peers and family, right? For like, why do you got to put that out there like that? Oh, this person's always going through something. And I think that that's what makes a lot of people stop sharing things like that.
Yeah.
Which could potentially be harmful, right? Because then they're sitting with their shit alone. And they don't feel safe to like come and talk to people because they're for the fear of judgment.
Yeah.
Right. And then because other people also have that same feeling about sharing, they don't share their shit. So then you have this perception that you're the only person going through this and all these people are living their happy ass fucking life.
Right. Because you only see the highlight reel.
And so it's like, should people only share their highlights, or should they share the bad and the ugly as well?
Yeah.
Right? And like, why the fuck do we as a society choose to subscribe or follow people, but then get mad or annoyed or judge when they post shit that they choose to post shit on their social media platform that we are choosing to follow?
Right.
Right? Like, I'm not obligated to follow anybody, no matter who you are, family or not. Like, if I should feel like I could follow or unfollow anybody at any point.
At any time. Yeah.
Because it's content that inspires me, motivates me, or something that I want to see or care to listen to or learn from, whatever the reasons, right? And anybody who is following me like you are 100% in choice, and you can unfollow me at any time or follow me at any time and then unfollow me once you received whatever it is that you thought you needed from me, right? But what you can't do is choose to follow me and then, whether it's in your head or verbally to somebody on the outside or wherever the fuck, talk shit and say this and that, or be upset about the shit that you constantly see me posting when you're the one choosing to follow me.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So how do you feel about people like, and I know this is so like a question that's like, why are you asking this after you just said not to judge it, right? But like, what are your feelings on sharing the good or the bad and the ugly versus just the good?
Yeah, I feel like you can't, I don't know. That's a hard one because it's like really up to the person, right? Like, I mean, you share what you want to share. You show people what
you're
you want
comfortable
to show
sharing
them.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then there's the other side of it where it's like you said, like, it's just, how do I say this? I think it's hard. It's like you're either private or you're not, right? Like you're the private person and you show like very small glimpses of things that you want to post and share, whatever. And then there's the other side where you're like I don't know, you're showing everything, right? So there's people that show like their whole lives, the good, bad, and the ugly. But then I don't know, I don't even know how I'm trying to say this right now. But I think that if you're going to show all the good, I think you should also show the bad. Like,
yeah, like balance.
Yeah. My mind is kind of like in a scramble right now.
Well, that's the thing. Like, people always see the destination, but never the journey.
Right.
You know, and that's like where I think that like sometimes I don't think you should share every fucking bad detail, but I also don't think you should share every good one.
I agree.
You know, and I think that like what you should do is be real. Right? Like nobody is constantly on staying up high in life, right? Like if you don't come down or you don't know what down here feels like, then how could you appreciate up here?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think it's important, like maybe even when you get to like a really good spot, even to just share your story, share the journey, even if it's like a little later than like immediate, you know, like if you just like how everyone knows like Michael Jordan, you know, how he failed so many times, they failed this and and it's like, well, like you don't hear that until later, right? So like me growing up, I never heard about his failures. I just knew he was like this amazing basketball player, you know, who he is. And then later, like I heard like, oh, well, like look how many times he failed to get there. And I think that's important. So maybe if you don't show it while you're posting, like at least if you eventually show it, I think that's at least fair to people and to, you know, the people that follow you and look up to you, for them to see, like, because they could be going through a hard time, like, oh, why can't I do this, why can't I have that, what, you know? And it's like, well, look what my journey was like. I went through all these failures and I had all these hard times, and then I got here, you know, like, I don't know. I just think it's important for people to see that side as well, because we all feel like we're going through stuff, you know. Everyone has a dark time or a hard time, and like we all go through things. So I just think that it's important to share that part. So it's like whether you choose to or not is up to you, but I do think it's important for people to see that.
Like when you do reach or achieve that victory or that small win, to go back and reflect on it in a very like transparent way and let people know like, nah, I didn't just like wake up and like here I am, you know, here's what I went through and what it took to get me here, and you can get here too, right? Like it wasn't all, you know, gold and sunshine, right? Like I had to get all like to cry all these times to be able to like fucking smile and celebrate over here. Right. You know?
Yes, exactly.
I agree. That's what I think too.
Yeah.
I agree. That's how I feel. I think I'm getting sick again.
What's that noise?
It's my washing machine.
Oh, I was like, sounds like a helicopter.
Yeah. So I live in an apartment that has, you know, those old school like stacking washer and dryers.
Mine have those too.
but like it's been off balance the entire time I've lived here, like all 3 years. So every
Oh.
time it spins, it sounds like a fucking engine is gonna explode.
Oh, okay.
Like that's what we get to hear.
Got it.
It's very annoying. You can put like 2 pieces of clothing in there because everybody's like, "Oh, it's so heavy. That's why it's doing that. You're overloading it." It's like, nah. We could put 4 pieces of clothing in there. We could put 7 pieces of clothing in there. We could put 20 pieces of clothing there. It always sounds like that.
Yeah.
So
Dang.
fun times for
Good
us.
times. Good times.
They've had to. It's spun so bad like that where it knocks the hose off. And then
Damn.
my fucking hallway floods and the water gets into the carpets and in the bedrooms and shit. Like multiple fucking times I've had to have the
Dang.
maintenance in my house to like fix my washer.
Dang.
And they all get mad at me when they're here doing it. Like there's the old white guy maintenance guy who's in here. He's just like, whoa, fucking grumpy. It's like, bro, I don't want you here either.
Yeah, I don't
But
have
this
to
is your
call
fucking
you.
job. Like
Yeah.
if you could do me a solid and put in a good word at the office to get me a new appliance,
Mhm.
then you wouldn't have to fucking come here.
Yeah.
Or if you actually fixed the motherfucker,
Yeah.
right? And didn't just do whatever lazy fix, right? Just to get me by, actually fix the motherfucker, and then you won't have to come into my fucking house.
Exactly.
Simple as that. Like, do your goddamn job. I didn't tell you to apply here.
They never do. It's always like a Mickey Mouse fix,
But it's not
temporary
my
fix.
fault.
Yeah.
Or like waitresses who get mad at you for walking into the restaurant because now they have to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, it don't make sense.
Yeah.
At food establishments, they're all just chilling, talking, or at any fucking customer service place, like grocery
Yeah.
store, right? Everybody's chilling, talking because it's downtime, right? I also enjoy downtime with coworkers and do all that thing.
Yeah.
But what I'm not going to do is treat a customer like shit
Yeah.
because I chose to work here.
Like they're
And
interrupting
God
something.
forbid I have to do my job. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
It don't make
exactly.
sense.
I hate that. Actually,
It's
when me and my brother
so
were getting lunch
awkward.
the other day, and the girl just looked like she hated her job. Like every time we order, like she just looked like, God damn it. Like she just like hated it. And we're like, like, I'm sorry you work here, but you chose to do that. Like at least put on a smile. Like she looked like she was just pissed off at life. And I'm like, bro.
And maybe she was, but like,
Yeah.
you know, people have to learn, like, especially in like the service industry. That's where
Yeah.
I least understand it because
Yeah.
like you can have a bad day. You are human.
Of course.
You can have a bad day. If you're in a space where you really just need to take a step outside for a minute and like collect yourself, fucking do that, right?
Yes.
Talk to
Yeah.
your boss. Be like, yo, I need to step outside for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I need to collect myself. I'm not good, right?
Mhm.
Come back and do your job. But if you are in an industry where you know that your bread and butter is tips, why are you delivering terrible service?
Yes. Yeah.
It don't make sense. Do you
Yes.
not like money?
Yeah.
Because if you are yes, granted there are people out there who tip shitty, right?
Mhm.
But what if, right? If you are extra good to 100 customers, right?
Mhm.
And you know that some of them are shitty tippers, but the chances that some of them are really fucking good tippers that like make up for that, why wouldn't you try 100% of the time to get the
Absolutely.
biggest tip possible?
Yeah.
Like you're only, you know, making your chances for more money greater by delivering and showing up, like playing, you know, like 100% putting yourself out there. Like you're only increasing your chances for more money. What, like it don't
Mhm.
make sense.
And I'm a tipper. Like I'm a good tipper, you know, like I
I'm
know
a
that
good
about myself.
tipper.
And I'm not trying to like boost myself up, but that's not what I'm getting to right now.
Boot,
But
toot your horn, girl. Toot
no,
your horn.
I was just gonna say, but like tips are like gratitude. Like they're like at the person's discretion. Like they can choose to give you a tip or not. So like for people to expect it is like
Uh-huh.
weird to me.
For
But
me,
I get it.
I do like the other. For me, I'm thinking if you can't afford to tip your server, though, should you really be going out to eat?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't think so.
I just think that
I know it's gratuity, but the thing is, a lot of these service industries, they make less than minimum wage
yeah,
per
and I
hour
understand that
because
part.
you're
They
supposed to
make like
make up for it
$2.50 an
with
hour, and then you
right,
get benefits. And
$4.50 an
like
hour.
I
And
also see
so
that side. Yeah, but I don't know.
so
I don't
that's
think.
where it's like, come on, like
But it's also another thing where it's like you chose to do that job. Like you can do other things and you want that job. And like, I mean, if you're going to do that, then work at like a really good, like 5-star restaurant or something, like do something like that. But I don't know.
I mean, when those conversations come into play, there are a lot of different circumstances. Like when people work in that industry, it's really rare that they're like there because they just really dreamed about being a fucking waitress or whatever at
Yeah.
this job, right? It's a thing of convenience. These kinds of part-time jobs come really in handy if you're a student
Mm-hmm.
or if you're
Of
a single
course.
parent and you can't have babysitting and you got to do something where, hey, I can only work 4 or 5 hours at a time here or wherever at a certain time of day. Like those are circumstances where it's like, yeah, they don't want to work here, but they have to. But if
Yeah.
you have to, make the fucking best of your situation
Right.
and try to have a positive fucking attitude, right?
Yeah.
Like
And that's the
you
thing.
are
That's what I was
going to
going to
get
say
the
too.
energy that you put out there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. Like if you're going to choose that industry and be in that industry, then like do a great job and you're in customer service, like your service is to the customers. And like if you're gonna have a shitty ass attitude all the time, then like you're not gonna get tipped well. So if you're gonna be in that industry, then have a good attitude about it. Like act like you like your job, even if you fucking hate it. Don't show it to the customer, and like you'll get your fucking tips every time. Like it's not that hard.
It's really, really
Hi, Victoria. Yes.
sometimes it is hard because some people like dealing with people fucking sucks.
I know.
I
I know.
I 100% get it. I was in the customer service
Absolutely.
industry for a very long time, right?
Yes.
Still
Yes.
am. Dealing with people is hard, but you make it harder on yourself when you're dragging your heels.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You walk slower when you're dragging your fucking heels.
Yes.
It's just the way that it is. And so it's your choice to drag yourself through that, or it's your choice to make it a little bit easier than yourself and pick up your fucking heels and keep it stepping because you got to go forward regardless.
Yes.
Like, are you going to be pulling yourself or are you just going to fucking, casually stroll? Are we going to glide?
Mhm.
Or are we going to fucking,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Yes. Like I've been in the customer service, industry for a long time. Like I worked at Albertsons like right out of high school. I worked at a doctor's office at the front desk. Like I dealt with patients even when I was not at the front desk anymore. I've done like I own an auto repair shop now, so I'm constantly dealing with customers, and like even if I'm having a bad day, like I won't let anyone see that. Like if I'm like upset or whatever, if I see a customer, I'm gonna treat them all the same. Like, hi, oh my God, how are you? Like I will never let people see like my mood. I don't think that's fair to them because it's not their fault. And my like moods aren't because of what they're doing. It could be something else. And there are those ones that do test you. Of course, there's always those customers that want to test you and this and that. And you have to kind of like pull yourself back because my face shows everything. So
oh my God,
like,
your face is the
my face is
fucking
the worst. Like
worst.
you will know my emotion just by my face.
Yeah,
so, like,
she
I really
can't
have
lie to
like,
you.
no,
You
I
look at
can't.
her face and she's
You know.
such a bitch.
Yeah.
Her like the look on her face will let you know. And you're just like, you know what?
Yeah. So
Don't have your fucking attitude over there.
personally, I know how hard it is to deal with people and I know how hard it is to reel your emotions in, but you just got to do it. Like you have to.
Suck it up, buttercup.
And I don't get tipped, okay? I don't get tips. So I don't work for no tips. I just, the people are there keeping me above. So
me neither. Victoria says, if I have to ask for mayo 3 times, bruh, dock that tip.
Yes.
100%. Like,
yes.
Especially if you see them like socializing in the back when you know that you're waiting for them to bring you fucking something. Yeah. It's like, bruh, for reals?
Yeah.
Bring me my fucking ketchup or whatever the fuck and then go back and chit chat.
Yeah. It's like if you ask for it once and they forget it, okay, whatever. Because they're bringing out orders or taking orders, whatever. And then you ask them again. Okay, and then they should bring it out by that time. But if you have to ask them a third time, like, nah, it's a wrap. Right.
1000%. let's do better, people. Customer service industry.
Yes,
It's
please.
hard, but
It's hard work.
you make it harder on yourself when you
You
don't
do.
like show up and have a positive attitude, right?
Yes, exactly.
The energy that you put out into the world, I swear to God, it comes back to you.
It sure does. You
You
better
reap
keep
what you
that
sow.
energy up here, baby. Vibrate high.
High.
Yes.
Higher and higher.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think that's a wrap for episode 28. We thank you guys so much for joining us. You know, we love you and appreciate you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, set your notifications so you never miss an episode of Bitch Guess What? And you can also follow us on IG right down here. Make sure you spell bitch with 3 I's. And yeah.
Muy importante.
Because
Because then you'll get the wrong bitches.
yes. And you want bitch, guess what? Okay.
Yes, we are the cool ones.
I love you, Vic.
So we'll see you in maybe 2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's the schedule. We try to stay on top of it. Sometimes life happens and we're not always able to commit, and we are so sorry. Just know that this podcast is important to all of us, and we love and appreciate you guys for always showing up. It's just sometimes life happens. So we will
Right.
try to get out there as much as we can. We're also
No, we
trying to post more
appear
reels
sorry.
on our social media, trying to get more active on there. So yeah, stay
Tell us
tuned.
what some of your favorite bitch guess what moments are so we can make sure that those
Yeah.
moments are the reels that we post.
Yeah.
Maybe drop a comment, let us know which conversation you thought was great or funny or impactful.
Yeah.
Whether you drop that comment here on this video or on today's reel that was posted for today's episode, let us know. We
Mhm.
appreciate your feedback. We want to listen. We want to keep you guys happy. We want to keep you listening. And so make sure that you let us know what you like. If you haven't, obviously hit subscribe, hit like she said, follow us on IG, like she said, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks, Lord willing.
Yes, thank you guys.
Lord
Timothy,
willing.
Hussam, Keith, Victoria. Thank you guys. Ricardo, I think, was on there as well. Thank you guys for showing up in the comment section. We love you guys. We'll see
To
you in 2
everybody
weeks.
who didn't comment, thank you for listening.
Yes. And the people that
Maybe
listen to
one
us
day
on
you'll
other
be
platforms.
active. Yeah.
Other platforms. Thank you for listening always.
We appreciate you. Have a good night, guys.
You are now tuning in live to Bitch Guess What?
Bitch guess what? Bitch guess what? Bitch guess what? What? How do these bitches be guessing? Bitch guess what? What? Bitch guess what? What? Bitch guess what? What? How do these bitches be guessing? All of my bitches be guessing. Who they be guessing? Half of them stressing. Y'all need a lesson. Hold up in line, one at a time. Baby, I get to your question. This ain't operation. Educate the population. Bringing all my bitches to the forefront of the conversation. Yes.